Ever since the end of Team Week, I've been gearless, teammateless, and genuinely alone. With nobody wanting to team with me, leading to 3 months of me not caring about the server, something needed to change. And luckily, it did. Along with 15 other guests, my best friend Demi would join the server. And with us deciding to team, I knew I would need to do everything in my power to protect him. But I wouldn't realize the true morals of even my best friend. Now, you're probably wondering, why are 15 guests joining our server? See, in 1 week there will be a server president elected, who has the power to bring peace or destruction. But that doesn't matter right now, as Demi just joined for the first time. But not long after making our way to the base, this happened. Oh, Demi, behind you! Demi was now over a huge pit of lava, and it all was my fault. With only unenchanted armor, Demi was doomed to die. But what makes this situation worse is Demi has an item called the Glacial Command, which is 1 of 7 items on our server, which give gold-like abilities. But that's not important right now, as the only way Demi could survive is if a miracle happened. Luckily, Demi survived, but deep down I knew I cared more about the command than I did about my own best friend. Now, I did feel bad about this, but realistically it was the truth. The command was more valuable than Demi, but I will need to think about this later, as the election started in 30 minutes. Even though there were 15 guests, only a few logged on. But either way, the election was finally explained to us.
So, basically, over the next week, we're going to be holding an election. And every single player is allowed to compete. Whether you're peaceful, whether you want to be in war, whether you're a guest, whether you're a full player, you can compete. Now, you might be wondering what you're competing for. Well, you'll be competing for 5 things, actually, technically. 1 is the command crown. 2 is the error activator. But this isn't it. This is not it. You will also be competing for 3 policies that you'll be able to establish.
Now, it wasn't the crown or the sword which interested me. It was the 3 policies, as they could be used for things as little as changing the server's kit to banning anyone. But realistically, people weren't going to vote for me. So my goal was to make sure the right person was elected, who truly wanted good for the server. Now that everybody knew how the election worked, it was time to hear the speeches. But despite all of the people running, there was only 2 who I genuinely believe wanted the best for the server, Splash and Jay. Now, Splash had a good reputation, and had good history on the server. What makes Jay different is their past. But to put it simply, they are known as Minecraft's greatest villain. But trusting them with the item with such power would be the server's worst mistake. But with them saying they want to fix their reputation, I trusted them, not knowing it would eventually lead to me betraying my own best friend. With the first day of the election closing, more guests logged on, and eventually formed a super team, consisting of some of Minecraft's greatest players. But knowing their past, I knew they only wanted destruction for our server, but I couldn't allow that. But why? Out of all of the people that could have joined them, why did he?
She's still leading.
I was trying to crouch you. I was trying to crouch you and you got in the way, bro.
Now, you're probably wondering, where am I during all of this? Well, I was asleep, and I didn't even know Demi joined them. But just like anybody else would, I felt betrayed, as my own best friend betrayed me for another team. But after Demi explained to me that he wasn't betraying me, only helping them, this would make me realize the true morals of my best friend. But what was so bad that this team did? 6 shulker boxes filled with maxed out gear stolen. Now, this could supply a 10-man army, just like Recalling Man's team. And because of that, 2 sides were formed, Recalling Man and the same people they fought yesterday. But I couldn't decide who to help, my best friend or the people who want to save this server. But that doesn't matter right now, as Jay wants a meeting with me. But at the current time, I didn't trust them, but I wouldn't realize this meeting would change everything.
Who are you allied with and who you against on the server is my first question.
I'm not really against or with anyone, I'm just like the right person gets elected. Demi is like working with like Recalling Man team, but I'm not against them, but I'm not really with them. Well,
Okay. I've got a question for you, like my chat has said, and if you answer it wrong, you get jumped.
Oh, okay.
Right. Rock, paper, scissors, yes or no?
Yes. Luckily, this is only a joke, but this conversation convinced me that maybe Jay did want to change and help the server. But now was Demi's turn, and unluckily for him, it didn't turn out the same.
Who do you think is right in this conflict?
I don't think, in my point of view, I don't think anyone's right.
With your answers in mind, Biff, your teammate, gave some good answers.
Yeah.
And he told you where you stood. The voice in my head is telling me, yeah, no. Blood for the blood god. God.
I had 2 options. See, with Jay jumping Demi, I could help Demi, and everybody think I'm on Recalling Man's side, or help Jay and betray my best friend. But with Demi not having any pots, he was guaranteed to lose this fight. So I decided to watch, hoping that he would escape.
You weirdo, dude. Oh, yeah.
Even though he escaped, I still felt bad, as I just left him there to die. So, from this point forward, I vowed that no matter what, I will always protect him, even if the whole server turns against him. But for some reason, he felt like he did something wrong, so to make it up to him, he spent the whole night building this.
No, come here. Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, come in, bro. Alright. Alright, welcome to the space, bro. The Dukia base, bro.
Bro, do you have mending for 10 though? No, I don't think so.
Oh, you're getting dropped right now, bro. Nah, come. Ah, you suck.
Bro, that does free arms. Even though I wanted to carry on messing around at the new base, we couldn't, as a debate for the election was starting at spawn. The debate went as expected. A lot of arguing between different ones. Recalling Man wanted the server to not be peaceful, but Jay and Smash only wanted to kill the villains of the server, which most likely would count Demi. But the whole time, I just had that weird feeling, like something was off. Almost as if Splash and Jay were working together against Recalling Man.
Wait, are we allowed to interrupt, by the way?
You can interrupt me.
I swear that's how a debate
Yeah,
works.
I already made one.
Yeah, so Splash already made an auto brewer, so that sort of just doesn't, you know.
Okay, well I'll get Recalling Man Minion 2 to make a villager breeder and whatever.
There's also already. Oh, actually, there isn't. It got destroyed.
So you're not gonna do any work yourself.
By the time the debate ended, Jay and Smash made a full-out recalling, and the effect of this will be shown on the day of the election.
In the last week, there's been an election going on where every single player, a few candidates have been campaigning for their own presidential bid. Alright. And finally, we're reaching the final day of that. And we have 3 primary candidates. If you'd all come out to the stage right now. It's time to announce who the actual king will be. King or queen. With 68% of the vote, the winner of Execute SMP's election is Splash G.
Even though the person who I wanted won, I still had that feeling, like there was something else going on. And I was right.
Alright, I would like to call Jay to the stand. As you know, Jay was the runner-up in the election, but I think one person having all the power it's a little bit extreme. So Jay and I will be splitting the election and our plans will be combined for the benefit of the server.
You would think this was perfect for me, as the 2 people I wanted both got elected. But if they were lying about working together, what else could they be lying about? In the previous 5 days, me and Demi went log on, because we were worried that Demi would get killed. But it's what happened on this day which would change the server forever.
Welcome. Thanks for showing up. Not everyone on the server has, obviously, but you know. When I joined this server, I wanted to, you know, bring it to peace, make sure there was no more pointless conflicts, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. I wanted to save the server, but after what I've seen, after all the tyranny and the conflicts and stuff like that, I realized that that's just not going to happen. You know, I spent the whole week trying to get the crown, but become the president, and so did Splash, and we wanted to bring the server into peace. But that just didn't happen. Like, as soon as we got it, everyone just started trying to kill us. I've come up with a solution. Okay? If I can't save the server, then what point is there in having the server? In 1 minute, the server will restart, and the server is going to be plunged into hardcore.
Oh hell no!
Oh my
God! Oh hell no!
Once the server turns into hardcore, there will be a 10-minute grace period. There'll be a 10-minute grace period, and then after that, all anarchy will be let loose.
If you haven't realized yet, Demi wasn't here. So while half the server was at spawn ready to kill each other, I had no one. But that was until I got a message.
You 3 are the players I probably trust the most on the server. We've created a cause to end the server and we want you to be a part of it.
Why me? Out of all people. Even though this went against my morals, the server needed to end. That was one thing they asked me to do before I joined. Kill Demi. I couldn't. I tried asking if Demi could join us, but it was clear how Jay felt about him. I'm not just going to betray my best friend for another team though, but I had no other option. Jay still wanted to kill Demi and call that their victory. But if somebody's going to kill Demi, it's going to be me. But by doing this, I'm going to break that vow I made about always protecting him. But deep down, I hope he knows that I'm doing this for his sake. So I told him to meet me at the base the next day. Demi, I'm just gonna say it straight up. I've been sent here to kill you. But hear me out. I don't wanna kill you.
So, like, you have to understand, you can't really be on both teams.
Cause I told them I would kill you by the end of the day. You're gonna get me and Jay to like jump you. Cause the original plan was Jay would log off here, but I said no. I didn't want to do it like that because after everything.
So you have to kill me.
Basically.
Alright, let's do this. Let's say we 1v1, alright? And if I die, then I die, blah blah blah. Doesn't matter.
You probably don't know this, but Demi is much better at this kit than me, along with having items like health pots. So you're probably wondering, why would I accept this? Well, along with hardcore being enabled, maces were allowed to be crafted, and luckily for me, I had a heavy core. But with it only being unenchanted, this didn't give me a huge advantage. But I knew that if I lost this fight, I would have failed Demi, so I needed to put everything into it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, count down.
Okay. 3.
Oh my gosh! Nah, you can use this one. Oh? Yeah. She almost dropped. Demi, is this?
In this exact moment, it hit me. Despite everything I went through, I was alone again. I lost my best friend, and what makes it worse is that with Demi being gone, Jay and Slash 1v1, leading to both of them dying. But before Jay died, they told me to go to some chords. What? They gave everything to me, every last item they had, and they wanted me to have it. This whole time I thought Demi was the only person who cared about me, but I was wrong. As I stood at the end of the world, I thought back at everything on the server, and I realized I was never alone.
Bro, I'm clipping that. You're so good. I can get cobwebs. I have the second cobwebs in my chest. Wait, did you get replay where you
I have recording. I have the recording. You're not replaying.
Bro, just after you crafted the armor.